Let us start part 2 of Challenges of Nation Building, class 12th Political Science. In this video, we will see about some challenges and the approach of our national leaders about nation building and language and linguistic problems. Nehru's approach to nation building. राष्ट्र निर्माण के प्रति हमारे देश के प्रथम प्रधानमंत्री पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू का दृष्टिकोण. Nehru had been quite impressed by the Soviet society model of development. Thus, aims after independence included introduction of planned economy, initiating rapid and large-scale industrialization, development of science and technology, and strengthening of a parliamentary democracy based on ideals of secularism and socialism. He legitimized the status of Congress by laying foundations of a developmental state. By pioneering of non-aligned movement, he made India a prominent country in global politics. पंडित नेहरू हमारे देश की विदेश नीति के निर्माता थे. उनका मुख्य उद्देश्य देश को आर्थिक रूप से विकास के मार्ग पर डालना था. वो चाहते थे कि देश नियोजित तरीके से विकास करे. वो तीव्र गति से और बड़े पैमाने पर देश का औद्योगिकरण करना चाहते थे और इसके लिए वो चाहते थे साइंस और विज्ञान और तकनीक में बहुत एक उछाल आए और वो मजबूत हो. वो देश में पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी, सेकुलरिज्म और सोशलिज्म लाना चाहते थे. और जब देश आजाद हुआ उस समय विश्व दो गुटों में बटा हुआ था. पंडित नेहरू ने नॉन अलाइंड गुट निरपेक्षता का मार्ग अपनाया और देश को गुटों की पॉलिटिक्स से दूर रखा. Criticism of Nehru's approach to nation building. Critics have their own ideas about Nehru's approach. Critics says that despite being an ideal model of nation building, Nehru's approach even had negative traits. First one, the continuity of steel frame British style of governance. Second, giving undue strength to rightist element of the Congress. Third, creation of government supremacy over the state government. And the last one, establishment of political centralism within Indian federalism. Political conflicts over language and linguistic organization of states. राज्यों के गठन पर राजनीति. कुछ लोग चाहते थे कि आजादी के बाद देश में राज्यों का गठन भाषा के आधार पर हो. The British ruler had constituted provinces only for their administrative convenience. They paid no heed either to the culture or history of India or to the linguistic aspirations of the people. In fact, the demand for linguistic states came up as early as 1921. After attaining independence, we sought to reorganize the provinces and princely states into states of the Indian Union. Many people very strongly felt that the reorganization of states should take place along linguistic lines. A committee was set up in 1948 to examine this problem. The recommendations they made to the government was that the formation of linguistic states was not feasible. Andhra Pradesh, the first state to be formed on linguistic basis. देश में भाषा के आधार पर गठन होने वाला प्रथम राज्य आंध्र प्रदेश था. At the time of independence, the Telugu speaking people were scattered in some 21 districts. 9 of them were in the state of Hyderabad and 12 in the former Madras Presidency. P. Sriramalu, a veteran Congress leader, went on a fast unto death for separate Andhra state, and after 56 days of fast, he died. When the situation became violent and uncontrollable, the government had to accept the demand for the separate Andhra state. The Telugu-speaking areas were separated from the Madras Presidency, and on 1st October 1953, a new Andhra state came into being. Andhra Pradesh was the first state to be formed on linguistic basis. भाषा के आधार पर आंध्र प्रदेश का गठन कर दिया गया। देश जब आजाद हुआ तब देश में भाषा के आधार पर राज्यों के गठन की मांग उठने लगी और आंध्र प्रदेश में यह मांग ज्यादा बलवती हो गई। आंध्र प्रदेश के एक नेता थे पी श्रीरामालू, जो कि भूख हड़ताल पर बैठ गए और 56 दिन की भूख हड़ताल के बाद उन्होंने अपने प्राण त्याग दिए। जब स्थिति हिंसक हो गई और नियंत्रण से बाहर हो गई, तब सरकार को लगने लगा कि अब आंध्र प्रदेश का गठन किया जाना चाहिए। इस आधार पर तेलुगु बोलने वाले कुछ एरियाज को मद्रास से निकालकर 1 अक्टूबर 1953 को नया आंध्र स्टेट आंध्र प्रदेश बना दिया गया। Linguistic agitations, demands from other regions, and the setting up of states reorganization commission. The creation of Andhra Pradesh paved the way for similar demands from other regions. A commission, State Reorganization Commission, therefore was appointed to suggest the reorganization of states with the intention of making their boundaries more logical. The commission favored the formation of states on linguistic basis because it led to administrative convenience. The commission was of the view that the unity of India must be a fundamental unity, reorganizing the country's social pluralities and cultural diversities. The commission gave its report in 1955, and in 1956 there came some major changes in the boundaries of a few existing states. The Indian Union was reorganized into 14 states and 6 union territories. This also could not satisfy many sections of public life. The demand for linguistic reorganization of states continued.